Ask yourself the serious question. How are your New Year's resolution goals going? Are you still stuck? Here's why you may be feeling stuck with the goals that you set for the new year. So, a lot of time I can see this with clients I've trained in the past, and also a lot of people who sign up for the gym in January or who start going more consistently during that time of year. You're too focused on that certain time frame, and you're missing the point when it comes to achieving your goals, because your goals when it comes to decreasing pain in your body, with being able to have better nutrition, with having more energy throughout your day, with having more muscle mass, more strength, those things are best done starting now. And if you want to just flip the switch and go from 0 to 100 with your health and fitness, there is people who are able to do that, but for most people, it's not going to work out. It's not going to be sustainable long term. And that's what I've seen with a lot of clients. They go into the gym in January, and it's one of the New Year's resolution goals to be able to lose 30 plus pounds, to be able to decrease pain in their body, to have more energy, to have a better looking physique. But then you aren't able to stay consistent with it long term. So maybe you do like for 2 to 4 weeks, very consistent workouts, and you feel really good and you start seeing the benefits. But then what happens when something happens in your life? Maybe you have a family member who passes away. Maybe you have a bad period of time where you're just feeling anxious, depressed because of finances, because of work, because of family issues going on. What happens when you miss a day at the gym? Are you going to stop going completely, or are you going to bounce back and realize that how health and fitness journey is imperfect? You're not going to be consistent every single day. There's going to be days where you have less time, and you can still show up. It's just going to look different. So what I've seen is that a lot of clients, they get discouraged when things like that happen in their day-to-day lives, and they just stop going completely, and they're like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow when I have more time, or when magically everything gets sorted out. But let's just be realistic, guys. That's not going to happen. So if you're going to go with that goal to be able to really take more control of your health, make sure that you can make health and fitness molded into your lifestyle. So the things going on in your life, make sure that when you exercise and you eat, you can accommodate based on what's available to you, based on where you are currently with your health, and where you're currently with current life situations going on in your life. And that way you will be able to sustain it long term. But it takes time to build up to that. It took me about 4 years to really be consistent with that, and to understand that my health and fitness is best dictated based on how my day goes. Because there's going to be days where I'm super busy, where I have a lot of clients, where maybe I didn't get the best sleep, and I'm going to have to change my workout. I'm going to have to change the way I eat, perhaps depending on, if I'm super active or not, or if I've been very active. So it just really depends on where you are currently. And you need to be able to build that skill set, learning how to listen to your body and being able to go from there. So if you have that as a New Year resolution goal to really take your health and fitness more seriously, there's nothing wrong with that. But make sure you have a game plan and you know what you're going to do when you're going to have to change it up and you're not going to have enough time to do a 2 hour workout, maybe how you had planned. Maybe it's just 30 minutes. That's fine. You know, still find a way to get walks in, still find a way to prioritize eating well. It's just going to look different from day to day. So now that you look at your goals, if you feel stuck, this is a time to reflect and to understand, where have I gone wrong? Have I set the bar too high too soon? Maybe I need to decrease my expectations a bit and slowly build more confidence over time. I had a client who wanted to make it to the gym 6 days a week, and they came from not working out at all. At times, guys, that can be too high of a bar to go for, to aim for. So you have to start with once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week. And once you slowly start to build that into your routine and you're able to sustain that long term, then you slowly build up to 6 days a week. It's just a smarter way to approach it because what you want is to do this in a long term and for it to stick in a routine. It's not a race. Go at your own pace, but make sure you're still making the effort and having the discipline to implement it. It's going to build up over time, I promise you. So, if you found this helpful, if you want to share this with anybody or want to like it or follow my page, go ahead and do so. I would very much appreciate that. Comment down below what you are doing to stay committed to your goals. Maybe they're New Year resolution goals, maybe not. Maybe you're working on them for a while now. Just comment below what you're doing on a daily basis to get to your goals. And I'll be very happy to read those. And I hope to see you guys soon. God bless you.